Hey guys, it's been a minute. Just wanted to give y'all kind of an opening shot of the state of the yard. Today it's March 10th. So as you can see, still dormant. I've got some green areas that are coming in, but that's mainly Poa annua. Don't be deceived by the green that you see in the background. We've got a lot of weeds coming up. And that's typically the way my yard looks coming out of winter. It looks pretty horrible, honestly, coming out of winter. All of the harsh conditions, and I'm not big on pre-emergence, as you've seen in past videos, and what that does to centipede grass. It kind of stunts the growth a little bit, and I've seen some negative effects from that. So I'll lay off the pre-emergent for, I do an app in January, but that tends to wear off by the time we get to mid-March here, and I do a light app in January, so that may only last a month or two, and apparently it does because the weeds are in full force. But the good news is I'll have this yard looking in good shape in just a month or two. But I wanted to give some pointers on what you need to do now that the grass is about to wake up. If you're in North or South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama like I am, and have centipede grass, you go through the seasons. Florida, on the other hand, is like warm all year round in parts of Florida, so you don't have to worry about this as much. But things to do coming out of transition, out of dormancy. Number one, I would say, would be just to start bag mowing. What that's going to do is it's going to suck up any dead debris that's in there, that's been there from the winter, all the rain that you've gotten over the fall and winter, all that kind of dead stuff and like stolens and just kind of debris that's in there. If you can start bag mowing like every 7 days, like once a week maybe, until it starts really transitioning into the green, and then you can pick up your mowing and maybe every like 5 days during the growing season. But right now I would do that bag mowing about every 7 days, and what that's going to do is you'll be able to mow the weeds so they won't grow high, hopefully, and they grow high very quickly. So mowing every 7 days, that'll do a good job at keeping them down so those seeds don't develop on the weeds and then blow out all over your lawn. So if you can cut every 7 days, you're kind of cutting those weeds down at the knees so they don't develop into big, strong, sturdy weeds. So that's the number one tip I would give you coming out of dormancy. Number two, you definitely don't want to apply any fertilizer right now. With centipede grass, you want it to wake up thoroughly before you feed it. If you try to feed or do any weed control right now during the transition period, you can stunt its growth and even cause some major problems. So just let it kind of naturally wake up the way the weather conditions are going to make it wake up. And the one thing you can do other than bag mowing is apply any kind of carbon or humic acid to the soil and get your soil kind of building, because it's been depleted over the winter with all the harsh conditions. And you want to get that microbial activity kind of kicking back up again. As you have days like into the low 70s and things like that, and things are gradually starting to wake up, it'll be good for the grass to wake up in an environment that has a bunch of carbon in the soil. So those nutrients, whatever nutrients the soil already has in there, the grass is going to use them as it needs them. And that carbon does a good job of enhancing that process. It also does a great job at water efficiency. So any rain that you get, it just helps the lawn kind of act more as a sponge, and less pooling in areas, less hard pan surfaces. It really breaks up the soil and gives it more absorption. So I find that to be a huge benefit of humic acid. So those would be the two main things I would focus on right now, is just trying to get your soil up and bag mowing, and then let the conditions take care of the rest of it. A couple of two quick tips that I wanted to give you guys leading into the transition phase. But again, just stay away from the weed killers right now, I would, in this kind of sensitive area of the green up period. I'm debating on whether to do atrazine like I usually do, or just do the Celsius product like I reviewed several months ago. It's really good on post-emergent weed control. That's weeds that have already grown in your yard and you want to kill them without harming the centipede grass. So that Celsius product is very good. Atrazine, it's gotten a little negative feedback online about how detrimental it is to the environment. So I'm thinking about not doing that this year, but we'll see. Keep those tips in mind, guys, and I'm just looking forward to the 2022 season. Hope you guys have a good one out there, and looking forward to doing more videos. If you haven't subscribed yet this season, please do so for any other content coming out this year, and hopefully your lawns are very successful this year. Thanks for watching. See you soon.